Happy Friday out there, Cubs fam. We are back for another Galaxy of Heroes video. Super hyped to be telling you guys today that 3Bacca, Chewbacca, whichever side of the fence you're on, is working against Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. Now, there are a couple caveats I want to give to that, and I have a lot of footage here to share with you today. 4 battles against different compositions. Some compositions, it does seem to be giving Chewbacca some issues, and so we're going to talk about some of those. But again, early preliminary testing, and it also seems like he's going to have a ton of viability in light side territory battles. Be sure to come over to my Twitch stream later today so that you guys can see that. We're going to be doing at least one battle on that and hoping that it goes well, but the battle that I did do yesterday worked out pretty well. And so let's get right into some footage. Now, I do want to start by sharing with you guys, this is my own CLS team, and I have not been able to really get some success against those SLKR teams just yet because I have low relic CLS. I have Gear 12 Han, Gear 12 3PO, and so that seems to be stunting my growth here for now, but we still got a lot of work to do here. I want to get these counters working, but I did get it to work against gas teams on my shard now, which is pretty exciting, and so I am getting at least some valuable use out of that in Arena. For me, I think if you're wondering whether or not you want to get this character or not, it's really nice to have this character enabling you to beat SLKR teams for Grand Arena. I don't think that anybody's going to need to rely on him to beat SLKR in Arena. If you haven't found a way to beat SLKR by now, you know, I don't know if this is the only answer for you, so to speak, but for Grand Arena, I think there is so many implications about this character, and I am so glad that I have got him. Once again, thanks to the Cubs fam for making that happen here. And so you can see this battle wraps up right here. There we go, Chewbacca doing the 1-2 punch to kill it. So, big shout out to Pimpo who came through on some footage with us again. Link down below in the description on how you guys can contact him for some remodding help. He always opens up with a stun on Hux. And then he's noticed there, right there, that's really important. He's not going to do call to action. He's going to want to get buff immunity on Kylo. Now, double tank does make this a lot more complicated. Just something to keep in mind when you're going up against full First Order with Red Sith Trooper, and you're not going up against, you know, obviously you've got some people running 2 tanks. You should be okay if you've got the mods right. Lots of offense on this team, ladies and gentlemen. You need lots of offense, and the speed needs to be there. So, boom, you got the buff immunity out there on him. Let's go ahead and turn the volume off. I think he's got some copyrighted music there. All right, so blind when you get the chance. Obviously, he's able to blind there. Sith Troopers out, and then he's taking care of turn meter for Hux, and then Kylo takes a turn right there. You lose Chewbacca. Don't panic too much. We got to deal with this right here. You're going to want to get that taunt stripped as soon as possible so you can work in other directions. Now you're going to use the AoE, and it just does so much more damage. You got some pretty heavy tanks there. Well, I guess Malik, is he a tank? Is he not a tank? He's very tanky, and so that's not going to do as much damage, as much flashy damage there, but it still did quite a bit. There you go. Buff immunity, and that's more for the turn meter reduction. Try to keep that turn meter in check as much as possible on SLKR, because he will be able to light you up if you do not manage him well. You can see there, Pimpo, very much so, managing his turn meter well, and boom. Is able to take him out. This is it's just really awesome to see. I feel like CG, as much as I've had my issues with CG, the last several character releases, I feel like they've really nailed. That being Jedi Luke, while I think a lot of people probably wanted to do better, his offense is just off the charts, and he's a character that can do so much damage in so many different places. And then obviously the Vader rework, which has been a ton of fun. This character seems to be really plugging nicely into the meta right now. This is a viable team to take against certain SOKR teams. And kind of like my conversation with Fulbright the other night, it's going to work against certain teams. It's going to struggle against others. And so it's this kind of cat and mouse game that you're playing with SOKR teams right now, where some counters work against certain SOKR teams, and you got to be aware that they're probably not going to work against all of them. This is no exception, and Double Tank is one of those teams that does give it problems. All right, there's the first battle. Got the victory there. All right, here's the next battle that Pimpo sent me. So in this battle, and you can see the comp here is the same. This one has Malik in there, so you do have the double tank action. Well, I think the last one we had Malik too. So this this comp is the same. I'm sorry. I got battles mixed up here. So same opening. Get Hux stunned. Let's get the volume turned off here. I forgot to turn that off. And then we're gonna take out Sith Trooper first. So manage the turn meter for Hux. Take out Sith Trooper as soon as possible, and then get that blind out there. And then when you get the chance here, now he's gonna take out Hux. Boom. Hux is gone. So now it's just a matter of, see, it's almost identical battles here. Now it's just a matter of managing that turn meter on SLKR. I will show Pimpo's mods at the end of this, at the end of the video, if anybody is wondering. Boom, there we go. Kylo Ren taken out. And double tanks here with Malik, kind of. It's a lot more tricky when you've got, again, First Order Stormtrooper in lieu of Malik. Full First Order seems to be a bit more of an issue. But this time, going down a bit quicker, and we're down to just Malik. Obviously, they're going to have no problem against that. All right, let's check out another battle here. Here we go. So this time, full First Order, not double tanks. Same beginning there. Hux is going to get the hit. Now, you're going to get him pretty close unless your opponents are modding Hux for a lot of health. Some people will do that, and when they do, you may struggle to get the kill there. But right there, Chewie able to AoE them, get a lot of offense on him, and you take both out at once. Here you go. Kylo Ren is stunned. All right, Han's going to do his shrug, CLS, call to action, and then it's going to be a matter of, again, that same idea there, turn meter reduction over on SOKR. It's worth noting, Pimpo here, he's got the full Relic team here. It's going to need to be full Relic, in my opinion. For me personally, using this against SOKR, I did do some testing, and I just was not able to survive the initial barrage of attacks. And that makes a huge difference, ladies and gentlemen, when you can't survive that first wave of attacking. And the Relics make a big difference there. And so you got to kind of get the Relics there, get enough survivability there so you survive the first little bit, and then if you can get going, then you're going to be fine. All right, one more battle here from Pimpo. Big W in the chat for Pimpo sending us this. Being able to see it work several times is great. All right, Chewie, kind of irrelevant in a lot of these battles. The OG Chewie. All right, there's the buff immunity on Kylo. Now we're going to work on Sith Trooper once again. Get the blind out there. He's thinking about doing the AoE, though. He does the AoE instead, and it works. Gets both of them out of there. Chewie is gone. And then he's going to it's just going to be a matter of working on Kylo, which he does handle pretty quickly. There's call to action and turn meter reduction. TMR is huge on this. Another team he said that it struggles against, let's see here, it was SOKR, Hux, Red, First Order Officer, and Crew was also giving him some issues. So having that First Order Officer in there to pass that turn meter is something that gave Pimpo issues when he was doing this. But there you have it. So there are 4 battles working. We got 2 different comps there, and some other, those were at least the comps he was able to get. A couple comps that it struggles against, but you can feel confident in taking it against the teams in this to start with. Now, let's go over to Pimpo's mods. I'm going to pull his mods up so you guys can see where he is at and how he has decided to mod these characters. It is worth noting, when you're going up against SOKR teams, you're gonna need to go up against them with some pretty solid mods, ladies and gentlemen. If you're gonna beat the best, you gotta have solid mods, and that is definitely no exception for Pimpo here. So here's his CLS. You can see the stats here. He's running pretty fast CLS. I don't think you have to have your CLS that fast, but offense is gonna be pretty important. Pretty good on the offense there. Oops, let me bring my game back up. All right, and then we'll check out, let's see, his Chewbacca. Chewbacca didn't really do a ton here. I don't know how relevant Chewbacca is. Almost, when I see that footage, it kind of makes me wonder, can we get away with putting somebody else there instead of Chewbacca? I mean, I guess that initial entourage of attacking, you probably do need him there, and then he just kind of has served his purpose. But you can see here his offense. He's got some crit damage on him, and he's got over 10,000 physical offense on Chewbacca. That's pretty silly. All right, let's look up, let's see. His Chewpac, as Arnold says. He is at Relic 7. Very nice. Mine's at Relic 5 now. He's got him at 277 speed. There's the crit damage. He's got a little bit of potency on him, and that's going to help with that blind, which does come in handy. And then the crit chance, let's see, that's down here. Pretty good crit chance, 10% added, and then 10,000 offense. So he's really juicing these characters up with as much offense as he possibly can. And then let's look at Relicon here at the end. You can see there 267 speed, not god tier speed by any means, but pretty good offense right there. And the crit damage, of course, he's got him juiced up on crit damage as much as humanly possible. That's going to be where you want him. I mean, look at Han has pretty high crit chance, 99.67% crit chance, and so prioritizing that crit damage going to be pretty important on Han. So there's a breakdown of the mods, ladies and gentlemen, and everything we've got for this. Again, it's still day 2, everyone. This footage was recorded on day 1. Lots of testing still to do. Come to my Twitch stream. We're still testing this. I'm actually going to bring Fulbright on today on Twitch, and we're going to be doing some live testing with his account, which is going to have the full Relic Rebel team. My Rebel team is still suffering on the Relics a little bit, and so I'm not able to do as valuable of testing as Fulbright can do. And then also at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time today, I'm happy to announce that we're going to be starting a weekly show where we are going to be doing a long-form discussion with members of the community on the current events of Galaxy of Heroes over the last week. Come over to Twitch today to check that as well. Is that enough for you guys to chew on? There's a lot going on. Let me know how you guys are feeling about all this down in the comments below. Thank you so much for the support, Cubs fam. Love you guys. Like the video on your way out. And as always, my brothers, don't forget,